Welcome everybody to Sim Football Broadcast Network SFB, and I am your host and commentator, Mad Dad. We're here with episode 22 of our Cardinals franchise. It's 2026 season, week 14. We are visiting the Jets. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. If you're new to the channel or a returning viewer and haven't done so yet, please hit that subscribe button. Helps get the channel to its goal of 500 subscribers, and also very important, you smash that like button, as it helps get the video out there to as many people as possible on YouTube, and also it helps the series episodes get out faster. 15 likes per episode gets a scheduled release. 25 or more gets an immediate release of the next episode in the series. Let's get right to it. We had a good win last week, a return to our vertical zone run scheme. We still do not have the center. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of not having my guard. So I am going to go back here, and we're going to go to the guard, right guard. This guy here, uh, what's going on here? Christian Jones. Hayden Connor is going to go to the outside to tackle. Christian Jones is going into center. We're going to move some linemen around. I want my guard back, starting guard back. He's going to go in to play center with his. And then we can get our guard back from center. He's just, I'm sick of it. Adams can go back to guard where he belongs, where he was starting, and our offensive line was doing better. All right, so now we got Christian Jones. Two athletic guys, 26 and 21. They're both 67 overalls. We're going to change his number. And he is 6'5", 312. Why is he so skinny? It doesn't make sense. I don't like him at 66. He looks goofy. I think he looks better at number 60. There we go. All right, now we can reorder our depth chart with our offensive line correctly. He's still better. He's got better acceleration. All right, get our centers here, Jones. We're going to start Conway now. I think he's a better run blocker is what it is. Yeah. Let's start Isaiah Adams. We'll put him there just because. And let's see, we want to go to our auto formation subs here. I want to look at my defense here right now. I want to look in my sub packages. My 4-4. Or actually, that's not what it is. I'm going to take... Damn it, I should have went the other direction. I'm going to take Pearson and put in Nolan. He's got the acceleration and the finesse, the power move. I don't know. Screw it, I'm going to leave him. We got to work on Cabrera more. Van Ness is up. But Cabrera needs to work in there. We'll leave that for now. Alright, let's get to our weekly strategy, I guess. Versus the Jets. We're going to go red zone and 2-minute again. We're going to leave our defense to do its thing. We're going to go that one. What's this? Take that off. We want to go that one. And we're going to upgrade our boom tech. Our boom run them before this game. Yes. Oh, and by the way, we had a superstar. Cramer is now a superstar. It's freaking awesome. Abilities, we want to upgrade this to get a better running game, play on early downs. Then we can go to our weekly strategy, right? Cam Robinson can rest, Dylan can rest, Slayer can rest, Morgan can rest. He's got a rest this week, so we'll take him off of our focus players. And David Collins needs to rest. Mac, Will Johnson, Bud Baker. And we got to take him off, and we'll put in that center Conway. We'll get to our position drills here. Get going on him. Oh, big hit. big hit. Whoa. I didn't get it. He locked me up with that hold technique. You can't get off of that when he gets it on you. They lock up the hold on you. All out blitz. The superstar Matthew Cramer, the gunslinger himself. Look at that little sidearm thing he does. Bullseye. Here we go, baby. Oh, there we go. There's silver. We should be able to get gold now. Hey, come on. We should be able to get gold. No, damn it. If we wouldn't have missed that one target on the circle, we would have got gold. We got the young athletic center. He's all of a sudden starting now. He looks better with 60 on. Just looked goofy with 66 for some reason. I don't know why, but... Come on. Let's go. Very athletic. Look at that little skid stop he does. Oh, 32,000. If we would have went for the stamina, we could have more. He's on fire. And we got upgrades. Jordan Birch, left end, power rusher. He's a team player, power moves. Not a bad player overall. All right, here we go. Here's the game. Let's see what kind of unis we can get these guys on. What's our alternate? Is the black. Yeah, we'll give them the black. And that way we're in our whites, I believe. Yeah, in our clean whites. All right, let's see if the superstar quarterback can get another win. We're trying to make a playoff push here in his rookie season. It could be a big turnaround if we can put together a couple more wins here towards the end of the season and even get into the wild card round. So, all right, let's see. We'll talk to you after the game. Enjoy.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. This guy's victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. Opposite him, the Jets' Aaron Glenn. His guys coming off their byes, so they should be fresh and ready to get after it. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And now a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by Gardner Minshew, 6th-round selection in 2019 out of Washington State.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down. Got a little bit of a break. The guy calling the signals. He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. There's the stiff arm. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Minshew. Now he'll take this and run. Good work by Minshew there to pick up the first.
It's a gain of 11. That's good for a Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Minshew. He will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Lucas Van Ness. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play.
Well, pressure gets to him again. That'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
They'll make that a 2nd sack here in their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And this will do the job nicely as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So here are the Cardinals now with a long field ahead. They're led out by their quarterback, a day 3 selection in this year's draft.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got room. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. They get back only to the line of scrimmage. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he is into the end end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. His sixth touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Cardinals put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body get a chance to heal, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. They chase it off. But in the air, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Lucas Van Ness able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they look to throw. And it's intercepted. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Back to throw. Cramer. That's to the front, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 35. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
And the Jets
looking to throw. Minshew. Over the middle, complete. It's shot. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup.
4 yards on the pickup.
Play action, it's Minshew. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
It's a
4-receiver set here, 3rd and 5. Minshew sets to throw. There's a short one to Montana. And he's got this down to the 35. as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
That's good for a Jets first down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Before they drop him. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Come on, get it together.
From the third team now, they work on first and 10. On play action, they'll throw. This pass out wide the hole. He's in. Touchdown, Jets. Pretty small for a 13-yard run. And the Jets have got it back to within the score. Quickly able to add the PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. Jets 7.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And just shutting him off there. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they're going through some rough patches this season, so now comes down to how you're going to finish. Not out of it, can't afford any more missteps there.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 47-yard line.
He's got it. Got his man on the other way.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
Arizona.
Up the middle they go. 86 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Cardinals first down.
One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The throw to the right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So out now come the Jets. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well. He can't get speed on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away. It falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
They were maybe hoping for a little bit of a back shoulder fade there, and that's a play that's been in vogue the last few years in all aspects of football. But they couldn't get the hook up there.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the Cards will take over first and 10. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're not going to play this conservative. They were 2-0 last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking. And I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out this one.
Not one did I ever know.
Gain of 17 yards. And the Cardinals first down.
They go play action here on first down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's third down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
It's a gain of 14
and they'll
yards.
get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw again. He's going to go down. He'll turn back at the 40. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Operating from the gun, Cramer. Now a short one here, caught by McBride. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out.
Lead a block in the back. Offense.
So an illegal block in the back there, that's going to wipe out what turned out to be a really nice play.
And you absolutely love that your wide receivers want to be involved in blocking downfield, but the technique was poor there. And of course,
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Marvin.
like what I've seen so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
New York ready to go again offensively. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained run going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position. That gives up the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they string together a nice drive.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with third and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Some applause for the defense there. They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team and Vernon out there as he gets this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over first and 10. The Cardinals offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, and he sets the pace here in the latter stages of the season. Running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Melton, 91 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Cramer. He's going to walk one. Deep left side here. He's got it with the 15. And deep he goes into Jets territory before being taken down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 10-yard line.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the...
And he'll take this one for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals are able to widen their advantage. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple of yards shy of the 30.
The Jets take
And
over
New York
1st
set
and
to
10
take the field.
at their own 28-yard line.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Ball stays up. Now a run here on the RPO. He'll keep it. And down right around the 32-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
A gain of 5 brings
From
up
the
2nd
32-yard line
5.
now, here's 2nd down and 5. And that is incomplete. Force bearing down on there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brings up
They'll
3rd
need 5 on this
and 5.
play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And the Jets
Straight ahead is home. And he's able to carve out about 6 there. About 57.
he's brought down.
Offensive linemen, when they're creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now an option play on 2nd down. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the defense coming through on 3rd down. Loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. And the coverage That's terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. 2nd and 10. First carry to Johnson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8.
It's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Cramer. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On first down, Knighton. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At the 31.
This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. It's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Cramer. That is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last for
A long time.
no doubt.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
The Jets take over first.
So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Jets will take over.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Well, that is incomplete. Out of coverage, and it was too good there. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun is Minshew. Able to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On the play. That's another Jets first down.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Back to throw here. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man down the field. This is Mitchell. The right end. Touchdown. And now Mitchell. 66 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. And he continues to be a focal point of this offense. That's now 10 touchdown catches for him on the year. Here's Groovy for the PAT. It's up and good, so they throw back into it. 24-14 now.
Cardinals 24. Jets
A 4-play
14.
drive spanning 80 yards. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Groovy to kick this one away. he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Harrison Jr. out of bounds at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
He hits him in stride. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That's good.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Looking to throw. Cramer. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open. It would have been an easy throw.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Back to throw. Cramer.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
It's now 4th down.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good. And the lead will hold at 10.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The New York set to take the field.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Now Minshew. He's going to have to eat this one. Down he goes. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's going out top for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. See if they try to protect that lead and try to add on to it.
With as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Cramer.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Dancing away at the 35. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. There's a short one, it's caught by Taylor. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
That's a gain of
as they'll
7.
stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Minshew. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's going to have it first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Throwing on 2nd and 1. Minshew. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Coverage by Max Milton.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. That is incomplete. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Beautiful fake. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
They were able to do a lot in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be license to take some shots downfield.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Cramer. On a heavy rush and down he goes. That would have set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
It's 2nd down.
And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. They'll get that complete to Harrison. 3rd and 12.
Complete to Marvin Harrison Jr. That's a gain of 7. Brings up
Back to throw. Cramer. And this play comes to a hold at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
27.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 40 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. And he completes it to Wilson. 2nd down and 6 now.
To Garrett Wilson. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Cardinals' 49-yard line.
Minshew sets to throw. This man complete over the middle. That's short. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 33. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Here's a give to Hall. And not much room for him. Down to the 32. 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Intended for Brees.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think,
and down he goes. The second back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
this offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Cardinals offense and Marvin Harrison Jr. headed onto the field. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. Throwing to start the drive. Cramer. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard
Play
line.
action. Cramer. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
44-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cramer. That tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamie Sherwood. And they will finally put it in the return, but not until he takes it back inside the 10-yard line. They're holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half. Those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Off play action, it's Minshew. And he's going to be dropped at the 15-yard line. A big loss there of about 7 yards on 1st and goal, so now it's 2nd down.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player, one of the best individual efforts of the season.
3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
Brings up 3rd down and goal.
He'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and they'll bring it up 4th down.
No gain.
Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but a starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And this offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Let's start on the ground here on 1st down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals first
Now a handoff up the middle. Knighton. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And able to break one tackle here. Quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it
They'll try to sneak it here. And he's going to have the Cardinals first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
And the Cardinal first down.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field, incomplete. So that's 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. Cramer. It's incomplete. Took a shot and couldn't connect.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Jets pressure 2 inches. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. They're not close to
8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just I like the way we can even describe it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. This time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trying on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 4th quarter coming up here on Thursday night prime time. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. They work now on 2nd and 9. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they're taking the ground. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches, I always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It has been years back time indeed. There'll be a loss loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That's taken it around the 40. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7 though on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
A gain of 24
and we'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
First down. 24-yard gain on the play.
Knighton. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 21, here's 2nd down and 2. And look like some movement there. Let's get the call.
False start, offense.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Cramer. And he's going to be taken out here. And a sack back at the 32. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't have ways to start the performance from these ace pass rushers.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So you're saying that you're kind of tired of run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his guy a rest.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's O'Connell looking to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 11.
Throwing, O'Connell. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. So out now come the Cardinals. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Cramer. He gets away from the line. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete to number 84. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cramer. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And shedding through the tackle. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And New York set to take the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Here's O'Connell. That's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40. 3rd and 3.
12 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. O'Connell. Pressure comes and the Cardinals bring down. Buda Baker, the safety. He gets in from the secondary for the sack.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. It appears to be fine now, but you're right. That all along, they got to protect him. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And that will force a turnover on downs. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front are creating space. You've run through it. You probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
He's got his man in stride, complete. 12 yards. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
First down.
On first down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Newton. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's a quick throw to McBride. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
3-yard pickup. brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll keep it himself. He's going to have to protect the football and take his loss here at this stage of the game as they stop him on the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
3rd and 8.
That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the gun on 3rd down, Cramer. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And now out is the Cardinal field goal team here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long. And since he's a rookie, I guess we can go ahead and call that a career long as well.
I love how you put that together because, you know, so everyone at home was saying, okay, has to be career, right, since he's a rookie. Well done by you, but I definitely like what I've seen from you so far this year. Very distinguished college career. He's looking right at home here in the NFL.
And stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine more for the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
We'll see if they can bring that pride the offense this go around. They'll come up now. 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the 50
from the midfield stripe, they look to throw. What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
3rd down and
sticking to the air with O'Connell here. And from the open man, that's complete. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. O'Connell now to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And we'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
6 yards.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Gotta avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. O'Connell. He's got his target. That's complete. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That's good for a Jets 1st down.
Here's O'Connell. That's another incomplete to Mitchell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
10 more yards. Complete to Adonai Mitchell.
O'Connell looking to throw yet again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage. If they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
They'll run with Hall. He fights forward for a cover with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. We're now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw here, O'Connell. And the pressure will bring it down here. Cardinals get line for a second. Here we go. This is 4th down. They'll go for it. O'Connell. And it's incomplete. They did not convert. And they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Cardinals, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
All right, picked up another W. Another good game by the Cramer. Whoa, look at these upgrades. He's definitely going to upgrade his power back stuff. He needs to be stronger. More of a power back. We got 5 upgrades. He's going all power back, baby. Make him more of a beast than he already is. And he's a superstar. What's his abilities? Oh, we can't even check, see what he's got open. They're locked, I forgot. What's his ratings at now? Ooh. Unpredictable. Turner, look at that. We'll make him a nose tackle and work his power rusher ability. There we go. Now he's got that power, moves up there and block setting. He should be much better for the inside. You got the man-to-man here. Power rusher. And strong arm. No, we gotta go field general. No, strong arm for 75. And he's gonna finally have an ability slot open. What are they gonna give him? Closer. Okay. That seems so crappy. Let's give him the playmaker. We'll give him that athleticism a little bit. Alright, we'll advance the week and get out of here until next episode. We did get an upgrade. And an ability slot up. Unlock. Aerial suppression. And it's Commanders week next week. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also smash that like button. And we will see you next time for the next episode. You're watching SFBN. Mad Dad. Peace out. Much love.